Are you looking to add some extra flavor to your music? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use FLstudio's vocoding feature for adding unique vocal effects. Alright guys, so to achieve this vocoding feature, we need three basic things. First of all, we need the audio, which we're going to be affecting.
Oh Lord.
And then next up, we need a synth, alright? And for this, I'm using Vital, okay, because it's free and everyone has access to it, alright? I'm using Vital, and as you can see, I just had one of the basic shapes right here. Alright, so that is just what we have going on. And then the third thing you need is the vocoder effect actually, alright, the vocodex, which is an FLstudio stock plugin, alright? So each of these three things are going to be going to each individual track on the mixer, each individual insert on the mixer, individual track on the mixer. All right, so this one holds our vocal, as we can see right here. This one holds the synth, all right, and this one holds the vocodex that we have right here. All right, so what you need to do first of all is to just go ahead and unlink this vocal effect from the master. All right, I'm also going to go ahead and turn on all these extra reverbs and delays that we have it linked to. All right, and that is that. Then for the synth also, you have to go and disconnect it with the master, and then this vocodex insert is only what is going to be linked to the master. All right, so just follow along with me and let's see how we can achieve this. And then over here, this is actually how it looks like. And if you look at the top here, you can see we have the modulator and then we have the carrier. So what happens is that we have to actually side chain each of these two, which is the vocal and the synth. We have to side chain them to this vocodex insert. And I've already gonna go and do that. If you don't know how to do that, all you need to do is with the vocal selected, you just go ahead and right click here. All right, and then you click side chain to this track. Okay, I've just go ahead and do that for the synth also. You right click here, all right, and you side chain to this track. Now, once you do that and you go back to the vocodex plugin, you can see that if we right click on this pod, we can see we have our record and our vital. Now, if we have side chained more tracks, okay, they will also be showing here also. All right, but we can just go ahead and right click, select for the modulator, which is our vocal, we select the recording because that is what the track is called, rec, okay, as you can see right here. And then for the vital, it's called vital, which is the carrier. All right, guys, so once you do this, you already notice that basically the major effect is already taking place. For example, if I'm to play this track right now, you hear how it sounds.
Oh Lord. Oh God.
All right. And one thing you should notice right now is that if we open up the vital track, we can see that we have a chord progression going on. All right. And what happened is I kind of followed the chord progression of the instrumental playing. Right. So what happens is that the vocal, the chord progression you play is actually what tunes the vocal to its sounds. For example, if your the chords you're playing here are not in the same key or flowing with the beat with the background instrumental, it's going to kind of sound off because it's going to totally be off also. For example, let me play it together with the music so you hear how it sounds now. Alright guys, so from here on out, all you can do right now is just to actually affect what goes on right here in the vocodex, because the major effect is already there. It's just to kind of fine tune it, and that is that. So first of all, we have this knob right here, which is the wet level. All right, so the higher you go, the more effect you have, the louder the effects. The lower you go, the lower the effect. All right, so we just have it at the middle. All right. And then over here, we have a sound codizer level. And what it does, it just kind of adds a kind of sound codizer effect to it. It's very self-explanatory. Now, one major function that you should be aware of is right here where we have the order. Okay, so the higher the order you go, the more humanized the voice sounds. You hear that human nature in the voice. But the lower the order, the more robotic it kind of sounds. All right. All right, and then next to that, you also have the band distribution, and also the band distribution is also has the same kind of um, function as the other. Okay, the higher the bands, the more humanized it sounds, and the lower the bands, the more robotic it sounds. So you can notice that there's actually no right or wrong when having mixing these features. Okay, it just matters with what suits you best and how you actually want it to sound. So you can just go ahead and experiment with different bands and different others to kind of find that sweet spot where you want your vocal to sit. All right, guys, and then another important feature is the bandwidth. All right, as you can see, we have the bandwidth right here. And if you look at, if I play it and you look at these boxes down here, you can see we have some bars down here, all right? And what the bandwidth does is that it actually increases the width of those bands and or reduces it. The lower you go, the less width of those bands you have, and the sharper the sound is. So the lower the bandwidth, you can start to hear kind of sharp sounds in from the audio. All right, but the higher you go, the more it kind of blends the whole bars together. And let's just hear how it sounds so that you can try it out for yourself.
Oh God, how excellent is your name.
All right, guys. So over here, these are actually the major functions that we have to for you to tune the effects to how you want it to be. But you can always go ahead to experiment with other functions. As you can see, we have a whole lot of other buttons right here that you can experiment with. Okay, and the best way to actually learn is actually to just go ahead and test out this. No harm is going to come to the vocal by you just trying everything out and just seeing what works best for you. And also, if you're interested in learning how to use more FLstudio stock plugins instead of going to go and buy a paid plugin, you should check out this video right now showing on your screen where it shows you how to auto-tune your vocals using the FLstudio stock plugin called Picture. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and also turn on notifications so that you get notified when I upload new videos just like this one for you guys. So, meet again, guys. Stay safe and see you in the next one.